Hello viewers, this is the SUS Company Limited, home of quality of input and output when it comes to structure, when it comes to building, and when it comes to design. So viewers, today we are here with Mr. Stephen, the co-founder and the director of the SUS Company Limited. But before we move ahead, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Click on the notification bell so that whenever we drop any video, you are the first person who is going to have in touch. So therefore, enjoy us. So Mr. Stephen, welcome.
Thanks.
Welcome. Yeah. So today, we are going to talk about factors we need to consider when we want to choose a company or a construction company or a construction firm to undertake our projects, because it has become a challenge for we Ghanaians, especially those in abroad, when they want to entrust their construction businesses in some of these companies. Sometimes they pass through their family methods and they end up destroying everything. So we want to look at certain factors that is going to help us, we the layperson, to be able to identify a good construction firm to undertake our project. So please, Mr. Stephen, let's look at it. So what are some of the factors?
Okay, thank you so much. So viewers, before I start, let me give one example. A gentleman in the US sent money to his brother to put up 5-bedroom apartment for him. So what his brother did was, he took the money and did his own 3-bedroom apartment and then start his brother's home and reach rental level until the man is finished. So the brother have to send more money, but he has already been to put up complete 3-bedroom apartments for himself before building it for or doing his brother's home, which is 5-bedroom apartments. So it's like
It do happen.
A whole lot of issues.
Yeah.
So, but to continue, this morning we want to look at some few factors we need to consider when choosing a construction company in Ghana or Africa as a one factor is experience. To know whether the company is having experience in the projects that you want the contractor to undertake. One factor I will explain is experience. How do you know if the construction company is having experience and the projects that you want to do to be more head? Experience in the staff. They have competent workers at hand. They have the engineers. We have some specific engineers that you need to go in for when it comes to specific projects. Okay. They have that capacity to undertake the project for you. What is their educational background? You have to look at that side too. And when you come to the work that they've done before, you have to look at their track record. Maybe first of all, you can check on their website. What are the works that they have done before? Is it of good quality? Is it of standard from the foundation to finishing? How is it like? And from their customers, maybe if you have a chance to speak with any of their customers or any of their clients, what has been the experience dealing with or with your contractor when as they engage you. So when you consider all those things and you realize that they have the experience, they have the capacity to undertake your project, let's assume you want to do an auditorium for your school. Auditorium, you need experienced staff, and two other things. You have to consider the equipment they have. You have to consider the works that they have done before. So those things count when it comes to experience.
Because one thing we've realized in Ghana is that everyone is a contractor. We see a lawyer who has tried to put up some 2-bedroom and he claims to be a contractor or a doctor. I don't know if you've also observed those things.
Okay, so it happens this way. Let's assume I'm a lawyer.
Yeah.
I have some money. I have a cousin who has completed maybe the university. Maybe he did maybe construction technology management or maybe civil engineering. So I depend on that guy that can handle my projects. So I go in for the certificates and then I start my business as a contractor. But myself, as a lawyer, I may not get time because I have to practice my law. So engaging my niece to take care of it. Then I wash my hand out of it and check it on every time that I do. That is what most people do, but that is not the right choice.
Yeah.
But when you do that, the person just appeared into the food. It's yet to have experience before going into it. So most people like the business guy, businessmen do that. Politicians, they do that a lot. When they take the project from the government, then they give it out to someone, and then they are doing it different way for them because they need to follow some procedures. So that happens. Some of the road constructions in Ghana, they will do the project, but within 3 months the road started not starting happening.
I think in Ghana, that's a major problem.
Yes.
You see a road that has been constructed just a few years or a few months, and you start seeing photos and all those stuff. Yeah, it's very bad.
Yeah.
So the experience is something we need to consider.
Yes, we need to consider and it counted a lot.
So with the source company, can you share some of your experience with that? Although I know that you guys have taken a lot of construction projects, especially what we saw at Wigan. So viewers, I think in our next video, we are going to have a talk in those sites so that see the kind of project that the Source Company Limited has undertaken over this year, and you'll be amazed. But please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Click on the notification button you can see on your screen so that whenever we drop any sort of video, you are going to have a share of it. And also, you can also comment so that we all learn from each other. So please, Mr. Simi, let's share the experience together with our viewers. What are some of the experience the Source Company Limited you have acquired during these years?
Okay, so for us, we don't show up in that manner, or we don't expose ourselves, selling ourselves in that manner. All that we do is we make sure we understand the work that we are coming to execute before. When the drawing is given to us, we study it very well, understand where are the difficulties, then we look at all those sides, and then we start execution. There was one time we've not done a covert work before. That was our first time in doing covert work. Because we know we have the experience and the competent people in our team, we just put heads together. And our first impression, as we started the project, then the client, they were just happy. This is how, so a company that has been broken for about over 50 years, you guys came around and you started doing it. It was massive. And so it was like, they were so happy. Even though the place was a waterlogged area, there was one river crossing there, but we did it, we did the magic for them, and they were happy.
I think that's massive, right?
Yes, that's massive.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yes. So, aside the COVID, what other projects?
Okay, we've also done a road construction. It's ongoing projects in Achimota. We are on the concrete work. A very good job. When you check, when the consultant, they all came on site. Everyone, they were all happy on the project because the concrete was there. And I think we've done another 7-bedroom apartment in Kuma Street, a basement car park.
Oh, nice.
A very, very, very good compound layout that we've done.
Oh, 7-bedroom?
Yes, 7-bedroom apartment with basement car park.
Good.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then the basement car park, we did it at the back. So when the owner is at home, we wouldn't see him, or we wouldn't see his car parked there. The car is another building.
Wow.
It's a design that we actually is done in Europe, and I think I've seen somewhere over there before. So we just look at it and said, okay, we can incorporate something here to make it unique in the area. So in the area, you don't see such a big area.
So viewers, we are not joking over here. So when it comes to building structural works, and today we've heard from the own horseman, coverts and roads. So there's no doubt, as you can see on the screen, these are some of the major works that are taken by the Source company, Mr. Steven and his team. So now we've learned one major important thing, that's experience. So please, if you want to involve any construction firm to undertake your project, please just try and make a background check and look at the kind of experience they have, their works. Then I think this can push you to decide whether to go for them or not. So Mr. Steven, so aside the experience, do you have any other thing?
I think we also have time.
Time, just the normal time.
Time of delivering the project.
So okay.
Maybe in the experience or in checking the contractor, the works that they have done, you have to check the time that they can deliver the project for you. Maybe if the project is 12 months calendar project, what are the factors that they will put in place to deliver on time for you? Because that is very important. As the client giving you funds, he expects from you to get the project at the end of the schedule. So if you don't give or you don't check on if the person or if the contractor can deliver on time for you, a project that is of 12-month calendar can be moved to a 24-month calendar. So we have to look at the time of delivery, whether they have the capacity to have that schedule to meet the deadline or the timeline.
Oh, okay. But I think one of the challenges we do see most of the time, especially in Ghana, abandoned projects. They all had time. I think they all had time frame to be able to complete these tasks. But you realize that this project will start at the end of the day. So, what's the
okay, so you know something? it happens this way. You happen to be a businessman, and then you have allocated maybe 1 million cedis to execute 2-bedroom self-contained. So the contractor has started work. Maybe you've given out time that will finish in 8 months from now. If the contractor doesn't put it on schedule, that this month is what I'm to do, the next month is what I'm to do, and then contractor continues failing in that manner, when you reach 6 months and the client loses interest in the project, you find it difficult for him to release money to you or release funds to continue. So because he's a businessman, he's looking at another thing. So it happens that they need to abandon the project because the contractor is not working on plan. It's not going according to schedules. So that is what will happen. Or maybe there is price inflation in the markets. As soon as inflation hits markets, then we all go to lose, or everyone comes down, and then things start sliding. So if they give you money and you don't go on time to execute on time, these are the things that you have to contact this, like the project you plan on. You stop there and it will take some time. And when coming back to continue, it's a lot of fun that you have to waste again before coming back.
I think it's clear and interesting. It's clear and interesting. So that's the main reason why we see abandoned projects in the bush. So viewers, as you can see, it's very, very exciting. Today we talked about 2 major points. That's the experience and also the time factor. Okay, so viewers, this is just a peanut of the Jesus Company Limited. From what Mr. Stephen explained, I think if you want to undertake a project, contact the Jesus Company Limited for a very beautiful project that will be done. I think you also design, right?
Yes,
you design. Good. So viewers, you don't have any problem. You just send us the money and let's see. And we are going to design, we are going to supervise, and we are going to give you a very quality work. So today's edition, this is where we draw the curtains. I think you've learned a lot. Yeah, I've also learned a lot. And very soon I'll become an engineer. Yeah, trust me. Yeah. So if you want to reach us, you can see the telephone number on your screen. I think the 2 is going to direct you to the directors of the Jesus Company. And anything you want, any sort of question you have, I think we can help you with that. So the Jesus Company Limited, home of quality, So see you next time for the continuation of this topic. But please wait, don't forget to subscribe. Tap on the notification bell so that whenever we hit your screen again, you'll be very, very amazed. So thank you very much.